Hi everybody. Okay, so today I'm here with a pregnancy vlog, and I'm back from my doctor's appointment. So we're going to talk about what happened today. So I go into the facility or whatnot. We sit down and we go over my ultrasound results that I took Monday, and she tells me that the baby's around 6 pounds 2 ounces, which is average because Isaiah and Omar were 6'6" and 6'7". Eli was like 7'14", 7'13". He was closer to 8 pounds. So he was like a couple of ounces off for being a full 8-pound baby. So I always round his up. But the point of me telling you that is that he's at 36 weeks. He's right at 6 pounds, and I can have him within the next week or two if he decides to show up. Because, you know, they come when they want to. They don't come when you want them to. They just say, hey, I'm here, everybody. Stop what you're doing. Deliver me. So, yeah. So, yeah, that was that. But she had a concern. She said his head didn't, the measurements were off, saying that his body was growing a little bit bigger than his head. It was off, and she was like, it could have been the tech. The tech could have taken the wrong, could have been inaccurate in their measurements. And let me just say this. When you're a physician, or you're in a position, or a nurse, or in whatever, you're in a position to where you have to deliver news to people, you have to use finesse and you have to use tact. Now, my doctor, the one I switched over to now, she's a young doctor or whatnot. And the thing with Kaiser is that you get whatever doctor's on call. So just because I'm seeing her for my pregnancy does not mean she'll be there on the delivery day. And to be honest with you, I don't put much faith in man. I put faith in God. Okay, I understand that people are here. Well, doctors and physicians and nurses are here to assist you as far as like with whatever health concerns you may or may not have. But I'm not going to put all my faith and trust into a physician or a doctor. I'm just not. No. I'm saying all that to say, to tell you what's coming up next. So she was saying that his head, from the past 3 weeks ago when she measured me, I'm still the same size. My stomach hasn't grown anymore. And she checked the fluid. The fluid was fine. She checked his brain development. Brain development was fine. His heartbeat was fine. And then she goes on to say, but you haven't grown since the last time I measured you, and statistically speaking, A, B, C, or D, E, F, G. So as soon as she said statistically, I kind of just zoned out. Like, okay, you're one of those doctors. You're one of those people who go off stats, which may or may not be accurate, which is fine. But I prefer a physician who uses both, who uses the statistics and the different aids to assist them in making a diagnosis, because doctors are not perfect. They're human, just like you and I, versus a person, who will use statistics to assist them on top of their own knowledge and their own experience in dealing with certain cases. I understand that every pregnancy isn't going to be the same. Every child isn't going to be the same. Every delivery is not going to be the same. But don't put unnecessary stress on the patient. Okay. I know I might sound jumbled, but when she told me that, she went and said he's healthy, his brain development is fine, but since the last time I measured you, his heartbeat is fine or whatnot. And she was like, since the last time I measured you, you haven't grown. It's still the same. And I'm like, well, I'm a little person. How much more am I supposed to grow? She said, but no, but your stomach is supposed to expand more or whatever, statistically speaking. And I'm looking at her like, yeah, I kind of gave her this face like, do you know what you're talking about? I'm confused. Then she goes on to say, I strongly suggest we do a stress test for the baby. So that means a couple of times out of the week, I have to go to the hospital and lay on the bed for 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes, and let them check the baby's heartbeat. That's all they're doing to make sure that it's fine. And I go, well, why would I do that? Okay, so what are you saying? Something's wrong? Why would I have to do additional tests if you just said everything's fine? His kick count is off through the roof. He's the proper weight for 36 weeks. His brain development is fine. His heartbeat is perfect. The amniotic fluid in my body is where it's supposed to be. Why do I need to do a stress test? And she was like, well, the measurements were off. And I'm thinking to myself, maybe you took the measurements wrong last time. Maybe you wrote it down wrong last time, because it doesn't make any sense. You understand what I'm saying? And like I said, I put my faith in God. And if something was wrong with my baby, and for whatever reason something were to happen, we would deal with it accordingly. And I'm going to follow her instructions. I'm going to do the stress test. I'm just saying it's inconvenience, and it stresses me out, and it makes me worried to think that something's wrong with him, when most likely there's nothing wrong. Okay, I've had 3 healthy deliveries, no problems. I didn't have any problems with bleeding, hemorrhaging, none of that. Gestational diabetes, all those things, or staph infections. I didn't have problems with any of those problems during any of my pregnancies. So I just chop it up to her just not having enough experience in finesse and dealing with people, and she's just going straight off stats. So yeah, I'm not gonna let her worry me. I'm not. So I'll do that, but we all know, me and my husband, we talked about it, and I'll do it, but I'm pretty sure the baby's fine. And I really hate that she just put that in my head like that. And I'm like, you just can't go off stats all the just, I don't know what to say about her. She didn't seem too confident in her delivery with me as far as like telling me what I need to do. It's like, I don't know, we'll see this, I don't know. I'm like, if you're all over the place and you're contradicting yourself. If there's a problem, say there's a problem, so we can go about the right way of fixing it. You don't say there's no problem, but just in case we're going to do this. Like, no, if there's no problem, there's no need to do extra tests. That's point blank period. Yeah, I didn't like it. I kind of hear the face like, do you know what you're talking about? All right. But anyways, I digress. We're going to go ahead and talk about these ultrasound pictures I got. And I got plenty of pictures for the tutu. Okay. Now, if you're new to parenting, you may or may not understand or be able to distinguish what is what in the ultrasound pictures. But I'm going to point it out for you guys. This is his face. And I'm going to turn it this way so you can see it. And essentially, that's his face right there. 2 eyes, a nose, and that's his head. And that's his little body, his tummy. That glossy glare is like not helping. So that's him. And then this, and the thing with ultrasounds, it gives you a skeletal a picture, and then it gives you like a baby picture. It's weird. So yeah. So this is more of like a skeletal feature, and you can see where that nose is right there, and then that's his mouth, and those are his fingers, and those are that's his eye, and that's eye, and that's his, right here is his forehead. See, this glossy picture is not helping. Okay, there we go, because it was glaring. That's his little fist right there in his mouth. And during the ultrasound, he was kicking his feet and sucking on his hand. You can see him take in fluid, and then it was just so cute. I can't wait for him to get here. So, with this picture, this is a picture of his nose. And he's like kind of hiding. So that's that. Okay. Here's a foot. Okay, so that's the heel, and then that's his little ankle. This is his foot, and then these are his little toes up here. And so that's the foot. Yeah, that's his foot. I love little baby feet. And then here's another picture of an eye. You can probably see it. Let me turn it around for you. So yeah, that's definitely an eye. You can see the pupil. That little dot right there. And that's another eye. Okay. And definite confirmation that it is a boy. Right here are his little testicles. Let me see. Okay, right here are his little testicles, and that's the penis, and the other testicles over there. But that's a boy. And these are his little cheeks, his little butt cheeks. So yeah. So yeah, I'm 36 weeks. I can't wait to have him. So I'm gonna stand by any day now. I can drop this water can break. I can drop this baby. And honey, I will be relieved because I'm tired. If I can have him before next Monday, that would be wonderful, because my son goes to school and I don't want to have to like their dad works like an hour away, and I don't want to have to like drive or take him to school early and be at home in labor pain till somebody comes and gets me. But yeah, that's basically it. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Definitely follow me on Instagram, add me on Facebook, check out my blog, tweet me, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks. Bye.